Man, you could give me a spot.
You doing your thing? I see.
Man, you're supposed to be on my team. Oh, I got a cramp. I got a cramp.
Yo, B, yeah, you doing your thing, baby.
Help me. Okay, do not disturb is on. What's good, my people? What? Dang, the question started right away. I paid top dollar. How can I get business funded with bad credit? First thing I'll tell you, since you on and you asked first, I think you asked first. The best way is fintech. So if you already have a business that's already transacting and making money, then you could use fintech banks that will give you money based off of your transaction history, your cash flow, rather than your credit. All right, what's good, everybody? Here go my guy. We have a special guest today. Here we go. Let's bring him in. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. There he goes. The guy himself. Yo, have we ever gone live together? I can't recall.
We've never gone live together.
What? It is a first. Let's go. Listen, as soon as I got on, what was his name? I paid.
I heard you give him the game about the fintech banks. I got bad credit. How can I get some money?
There we go. As soon as I get on, I see I paid top dollar. Ask a question. I paid top dollar. I just gave you the main answer. There's some other ways. I just gave you the main answer, but right now you got the two funding goats right on here right now. So it's gonna get real saucy tonight. It's gonna get real saucy.
Yes. Let's give him some information.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna tell everybody right now, right? I'm not necessarily a fan of doing this, but I did it today just to see. I put in my when you go live and you put mentioned you. Yeah. I be like, yo, who's really, why is that still effective? But
it's to grab you. I remember when people first started doing it, I was like, somebody mentioned me. Yeah. Like, oh, somebody mentioned me.
Yo.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly. This is Builder Brit. JD Morney McDaniel. You already know. They put the flags up, baby. They put the flags. There we go. The Caribbean coming strong, man. You already know. Haiti, Jamaica, yo, we I love that, especially, Herman. The fact that we're Caribbean men, I don't know if you were born here or if you
I was born in New York.
You were born in New York? Okay, which part of New York?
Yeah. Brooklyn, New York, Church Avenue.
Bro, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yo, I went to South Shore High School, bro.
I came back to New York though because I came to Philly when I was 11. Went back and forth to New York though, so it's home.
Okay. I moved to Brooklyn when I was like 11, 12, and then from Jamaica, and I went to high school in Brooklyn. It's South Shore High School in Canarsie.
So you're New York?
Yeah, New York, bro. Although I've been living in Florida since after high school, so I've been living here longer than New York, but you still. But seriously though, man, to think about it, that two Caribbean men could, do what we have done in a short period of time too.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Let me do a shameless plug.
For sure.
So I got the TED Talks coming in Atlanta on Sunday.
Yes.
Right? And bro, I'm such a chill person. Like I'm like, I'll figure it out when I get there. So the producer of the TED Talks called me last Tuesday. He's like, hey, you got your topic yet? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk business credit. I'm like, you know what I mean? He's like, no, you can't promote nothing. I'm like, what? He's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, what? So now I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. So like, I put it in my group chat. So like, what am I gonna talk about on TEDx if I can't really talk how I would talk about this?
Nah.
And my friends were saying, just like what you're saying now, we have a story beat.
Yes.
Right? So, like teach through your story.
Yes.
So Really, I'm a child of an immigrant, so we have interesting stories here. We're living and being raised in this country, but being from another culture, and then we figured it out, right? And then what we're doing, giving this information that we figured out to anybody that would listen. So I think that's what I'm gonna do on Sunday. So now I gotta write something down and figure something out. So,
but bro, you're not specifically selling even with your normal pitch, because your normal pitch is still just educating. It just so happens at the end of it, you say, I could also help you. But you know what I'm saying? So, you're good no matter what, man. I find it always better for me when I'm speaking. I just write down 5 points that I want to, because I got so much I could talk about. I write down 3 to 5 points, and then I just kind of free ball it from there. I'm just like, let's just go. And I just, got my points to kind of keep me, steered in the right place.
Right. That's my plan.
All right. So let's do a quick introduction, everybody. It is Motivational Monday. This is something that I've been doing all year, and only on Mondays, Motivational Mondays. And on Motivational Mondays, we talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about financial literacy. We talk about wealth creation. More important, we talk about wealth preservation, right? And sometimes we have, sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's my network of amazing people that I've connected with over the last year or two. And it's insane because my years before that, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 5 years. And the first 3 years was extremely lonely because I wasn't meeting people who were doing the same things. I wasn't meeting people who had the same mindset, right? And I do like to be in different rooms with different perspectives, but I still want that same mindset of abundance, that mindset of, I can make these things happen, that mindset of, let me challenge the norm and let me keep grinding and make things happen and no excuses, right? And my brother right here, well, first of all, for those who don't know me, who are here through Herman's side, I am Business Builder Beez, but everybody calls me Beez. That's with a Z, Beez, right? And I teach entrepreneurs how to grow and scale their business from 6 to 7 figures and beyond using process, systems, and people. Through that, I happen to also focus on credit, financial literacy, how to fund those businesses, right? And my brother here, can you do a quick introduction of yourself too, Herman?
Hello, everybody. My name is Herman Dawsey, CEO of many things, but CEO mainly of Bellastone Enterprises, where financial education and financial literacy through credit and business funding is my passion, and it's what set me free. So whatever set me free, I like to share with everybody also, because you can be set free also.
Yes, sir. And we are both fathers. I'm a father of 4. You're a father of 2. I double up on you, bro. So listen, we're Caribbean descent. We are fathers, and active fathers on top of that, yet we can still manage to launch our own businesses. We can still manage to manage these businesses, right? And to grow them and scale them and to be millionaires and to enjoy life, right? So nobody should have any excuses, right? Because if we could do it, anyone else can do it, right? So I think it's perfectly fitting that Herman and I are on this call today. Right, and let me explain why. I just kind of gave the background and show the what we have in common in our background. But tonight we're talking about OPM, other people's money.
Yes,
and it's particularly fitting because both of us are Caribbean, and in the Caribbean community, in our culture, we were brought up. I don't even have to ask you. I know you were brought up the same way. That credit is bad. Don't mess with credit. Oh, debt is bad. Don't get into debt. Only cash only, right? But yet we were able to change our mindset. We were able to figure out that, there's something not right there, right? They say that Jamaican people have enough jobs, right? And I still know people who have 3, 4, 5 jobs, or 3 or 4, but yet they still broke. They still working check to check. Yeah, exactly. We flipped the script now. but my point is, we were able to see, we knew people that have multiple jobs, but yet they still live in check to check. So that can't be the formula.
Right, it can't be it.
Exactly. So changing your mind, changing your mindset is the first step on that path to wealth creation. Because the rich in this country, in this world, they know that there's good debt and bad debt, right? So they know how to utilize OPM. Apple has a war chest of 250 billion with a B sitting.
And they still use what?
Other people's money. They still using credit, right? Because the rich know the secret that it ain't really a secret, but we were just raised in a way that, you know, it was hidden from us, right? And I had bad credit up until, I had bad credit when I came out of college. I had bad credit after a divorce, right? But, you know, to me, it was always like, that's okay. I don't care because I'm just going to make enough money that I could just pay everything in cash, you know?
Not outwork money.
Cannot. Listen, that is fact.
I need a testimony, bro. So I, you know, every once in a while, I run it up in regards to credit. So shout out to my guy, the entrepreneur. Shout out to our guy, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Mentorship stuff. And, you know, they were just giving plays. Go to this bank, go to this bank, go to this bank. Bro, I raised $280,000 in 3 weeks, right? One was a line of credit of 100. Another one was another line of credit from 100. One bank gave me 30 line of credit because my business is older now, so I'm getting lines of credit.
Yep.
I got a couple of credit cards, right? $25,000 a pop, right? And I'm still not learning because I do this, but it still baffles me how leveraging credit is absolutely ridiculous. So these lines of credit, so I got one line of credit that's $100,000 and I showed it to my mentorship group. And I had to screenshot the email because I knew they wouldn't believe me. I called the banker. I was like, I got the $100,000. If I max the $100,000 out, how much is the note a month? He's like, it's going to be $640 something, something like that. So I called him because I was like, no, I don't think you understand my email. I said, if I transferred it to my checking account and I use it, how much is that a month? He said $640. He's like, you just have to pay the interest on the money until forever. I was like, what? And as an entrepreneur, I know you and I know how to make more than $600 a month if you gave us
$100,000.
That $100,000 is giving me 10% on my money every single month. And that's just one line of credit. It's giving $10,000 a month per month because I'm leveraging doing something else with it. So that right here blew my mind. And I got 2 of those lines. I'm going to figure out what to do with the other 100 before the end of the year. So it's $15,000 coming every single month. And when I learned this and I know you understand it, you can't believe it. You want to go and tell the good news. You want to tell everybody.
Yes.
You won't believe it. Right? Well, how do I get it? You need to fix your credit.
Yeah.
That's where
that's where it starts.
Fix your credit.
Listen.
The rest is history.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%. I love that example, man, because look at the first question that came up there. How can I get credit with bad? What did you say? How can I get a loan or whatever with bad credit?
Bad credit.
My first thought is, well, fix your credit. Like there's ways to get it, but fix your credit because you can imagine what else you could get if your credit is strong.
Right.
Listen.
Easier big lines of credit when your credit is good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
12 years old, they're giving you lines of credit. It's very easy. And I know you're teaching your mentees this. Like you go to 2-3 banks, it's easy to get $100,000.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
On this side of it, guys, I know it sounds crazy, like, oh, they already got it, they made it, they're rich. No, all we did was fix our credit, get an LLC, and literally you can do the same thing. You go to 2-3 banks, your LLC is old enough, blah, blah, blah. They're giving you $25,000, $30,000 line of credit. It's happening.
100%. 100%. Now I also encourage everybody to utilize LLCs, right? That's the secret of this country, I think, right? I know some people who started a business, but they're a sole proprietor. Now, here's my thing with that. You don't have the same advantages, the same structures that's in place if you are registered as an actual LLC, even a C Corp, but an LLC is more flexible. There's a lot more things you could do with it, right? Now, once you're registered, look up Donald Trump. There's a website that could actually pull up all of his companies. I can't remember the name of it right now, but He has something like 1,100 and something LLCs.
Wow.
1,100 something LLCs. And he uses all of them. That's why he's always broke, but yet rich at the same time somehow.
Yep.
You know? So
always broke and rich at the same time. And your tax person can explain that too. Oh, you made too much money. We need these other LLCs.
Exactly.
That's another conversation.
That's a whole different conversation. Listen. But people, it starts with that mindset shift. Let me give an example. I heard somebody mention this recently, right? And they were saying, hey, if you had $150 and you wanted to buy a house, would you rather buy that house outright cash and then just sit back and you're good because now you don't have to pay for the house and it's gonna appreciate? Most people are gonna be like, yeah, for sure. That way I don't gotta pay for nothing. But if I told you that you could then refi at 75% of the value of the house, right? Most people will be like, nah, but if I'm a refi, I already paid it cash. Why would I go take out another loan that I'm gonna have to be paying back? Well, once you refi, you already have this value of this house, this asset, right? And you paid 170. What did I say? 175? I just made up a number. So you paid 175.
175 for easy math.
Okay, yeah. And maybe it appreciated to 200, right? Now that's what I said. I said 150 and then 75% of it for that you can refi, right? Now you get that refinance money, right? You take that loan against it. Other people giving you money. This is where this OPM comes in. This is why they call this thing the BRRRR method. BRRR. RRR. 3 R's? 4, whatever. But
rehab, refinance rents. There you go.
And repeat. So it's 4 R's. Yeah. Because now we take that money out, right? That somebody gave us, and we go do it again. We go get another property for that money that they gave us. Then we rehab it so that now the value goes up of the property. We take out that 75% refi again, and then we keep doing it. This is wealth creation. This is the mindset shift that we need to do. My guy Bricks, what's good, fam?
What's up, Brick? Can I add something to that?
Yeah, please do.
Something that me and my friends and family, business partners, anybody that's associated with me, because I was taught the BRRRR method young, right? But what I was taught about 4 or 5 years ago is every once in a while, I flip. Why do I flip? Every once in a while, like every 2 or 3 properties, I do a straight up flip, and then I take that money and then I pay down the debt across my portfolio. Yes. Because when I do that method, when I look up in 10 years, my portfolio is paid free and clear.
Yes. And
I $5, $6, $10 million. Then guess what I can do? I can cash out refi.
There we go. You see what I'm saying?
3% interest, right?
Yo, my guy Shad, the boat goat. What's good, man? If you're free and want to come on and join us for a quick session, definitely come on in, bro. So what we're talking about right now, for those who are asking, is the BRRRR method. BRRRR. Buy, rehab, rent, refi, repeat. There we go. All right. But so Real Estate Invest Queen says it seems like a huge risk.
What's a huge risk?
There we go. Yeah, she says it seems like a huge risk. It's not. Okay, so Sue Philly Foot.
What about the capital gain on this flip? What did I do with the money? I took the money and I did what? I paid down debt.
There we go.
Right off.
There we go. And
taxes is a different class, guys. That the name of the game is to not pay taxes, and that game is so much fun.
Yes.
Because the rules there for you.
Yes.
America is a corporation.
Yes.
Build yourself like a corporation so you can get the same benefits that America does and America gives to these corporations. And all you need to do is have this stupid piece of paper that says you're an LLC.
There you go. It all starts there. No. It all starts with your mindset shift, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is, look at the questions that some people are asking. Some people are like, I don't know, sounds like a risk. Find out why everyone else is doing it first before you think about the risk, because everything that you do is going to have some sort of risk. right? I'm not telling you that, hey, it can't possibly, lose some equity because some downturn in the economy. But guess what? Look at the price of real estate over years, over decades. Yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of this, but guess what? It's still doing this. You see what I'm saying?
But it's going up.
It's still always going up. You feel me? So definitely, it's.
Copy if you're ever concerned about something, right? Anybody who says this is a risk, right? The person somebody had to tell you it's a risk, right? Mm-hmm. So the person that told you it's a risk, is that person rich?
There we go. Because my mother would be the first one that would be like, "Nah, you shouldn't do it." But mom, you ain't never do it yourself, and you didn't get to where you see
rich.
Exactly.
But every person I know does this. Guess what I'm gonna do? Right? So I'm gonna do what the rich do.
Exactly.
Right? The rich have mortgages. Why do rich people have mortgages? That's crazy. They can buy anything cash, but they understand the value of cash and turning it into cash flow.
Exactly.
So make money. So I can take money out of a house at 3%, but I know how to get 12%, 13% return on my money.
Exactly. Shad, what's good, bro? Can you hear?
What's up, Kings? How you doing?
Hey, man, we here, man. We here. You know Herman already? Herman, y'all know Shad?
For pleasure meeting you, brother. I'm Shad, the photo.
Yeah. So I've seen Shad before, and I'm
So I
you breaking up, Shad?
I hear the word risk, but but I hear the word risk. Right? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you now. You're going in and out a little bit.
So I hear the word risk. Herman just said risk, right? It's a lot of folk on here that take a risk every day. We risk getting in the car and going to work, right? So a risk should never be as to why we gonna step foot into that door and take things to the next level, because we risk getting up out of the bed. We may slip and fall, right? Break a bone like that. So you got to be willing to invest in yourself, bet on yourself, and get in a room, right? It's a lot of people wealthy. They want to be rich, but they don't want to take that risk. They don't want to take that risk of failing, right?
Exactly.
And they have to understand in this whole entrepreneurial lifestyle, at some point you're gonna fail somewhere, especially if you don't have a guide, right? If you don't have that mentor, if you don't have that coach, if you don't know how to properly do it, then you're gonna fail at some point. Me personally, when the boat rental industry, I was failing myself and failing my company because I wasn't doing it the proper way, because I didn't have the business formatted correctly. I didn't have my business license. I didn't have the permission to go and execute on the business, right? So we take a risk every day. It's not an excuse.
Facts.
You want it.
Facts, bro.
Right?
Facts. On top of that, the biggest risk is working for another company for 40 years to retire at 40% of your income, if you make it that long, because if they don't let you go, etc. Right? Because getting let go in the middle of thinking everything is good while you check the check is one of the worst things, the worst feeling. I went through it. Right? I went through it in 2010. Right? I got let go. They shut down the whole department. I thought I was doing good. I was middle class, and I was like, okay, I was making like 110 at that time. I was like, okay, this ain't bad. And then everything fell out. That's a bigger risk, right? But man, here we go. Mindset is the first thing, right? Shad, tell the people a little bit about what you do too.
So I do a lot, but my main niche, I teach others how to make 6 to 7 figures in the boat rental industry, but I also do government contracting. I own a trucking company. I do a little bit of investor into real estate, but my main niche, right, and why I only focus on the boat rental industry is because that's my niche, right? And I'm saying that to say it's a lot of people that hop into these different avenues, into these different businesses, because they see and hear what everybody's saying that they're making, right? But what you guys have to realize and understand, you have to find what's for you, right? You got to pray and ask God, what is it that you want me to do here on this earth, right? I always wanted to be in the military. I went in the military, but guess what? It didn't work out for me, right? Because I was made to lead. I wasn't made to really follow, right? But at some point, we all have to follow. But I got to that point where it was like, you know what? This is it. I can't follow no more. It's time for me to lead. I was actually getting in trouble in the military for doing the right thing. I didn't get in trouble for doing bad things. I actually got an Article 15, and for those of you that don't know what an Article 15 is, just like when you get a ticket and you got to judge. I got an Article 15, got rape taken away from me and money taken away from me because I started a business without asking my captain for permission to start that business. Right? So you gotta pray on it, and I don't like to talk, the whole spiritual thing, but that's what it is. You have to ask God what it is, right? And when He's talking to you, you have to be obedient to what He's telling you to do. And I'm gonna give you this real quick. When I got out of the military, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, right? I went back to what I only knew, which was selling drugs, right? And one guy that was coming to me, very frequently to buy pills from me. And on that third or fourth trip that dude came to me with these,
Shad, you're breaking up a bit. Herman, can you hear me? Okay, I see Herman.
Yeah. I can hear you.
I had to bring in another GOAT too. My guy Jay White, my brother Jay White. Shad, you were breaking up, Shad. I don't know if he could hear us or not, but Jay, what's good, fam?
What's up, baby? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great, bro. It's a Monday.
My God, Beez.
Motivation Monday. Jay, have you met Herman?
I have. How you doing, sir? How you feeling, man?
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
Jay is the GOAT in government contracting, and Herman one of the funding GOATs overall.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Shad, I don't know if you're still in the room. You broke up and then you cut off. So if you are in the room and want to come back on, definitely just say the word, bro, and I got you. But so I see some people.
Contracts, bro. I'm trying to figure that out. That's my next game plan for me.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I mean, so it's for me, it's pretty simple because I just primarily teach subcontracting it out, right? So we don't see the work, we don't touch the work. We get any contract. I don't care what lane it's in. IT, transportation, wig making, construction, landscaping, janitorial. We get the contract and we subcontract it right out because a lot of people don't understand the language of subcontracting inside the government. They don't understand it. So what I did was I took, because everybody was talking about resources and funding and money. I just didn't have that available to me. And I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait at the time, right? I was like, I can't wait. My credit tore up. It's all bad. You know what I mean? I can't get a loan. So what I did was I just understood that, okay, the federal government, number one, everybody knows this. They're mandated to give money to us socioeconomic disadvantaged groups. That's what they call it. So since I know that, and then if you look at the types of contracts that the federal government gives to these small businesses and total small businesses, they know we can't handle that work. They know that. What they do know is they say, okay, we know as a small business you can't handle this work, so we're going to allow you to subcontract out what you can't do. I just can't do none of it physically. But, that's what I teach because, all work on a government contract is not physical. And that's the piece that people miss. So all work isn't physical work.
So look here. First of all, I was trying to see if we could get Shad back in, but it's still spinning. Right now, everybody on here, we got 234 people on here. Do y'all understand? You looking at 4 kings right here, 4 black millionaires that are doing their thing that came from. What'd you say?
That's alleged.
That's allegedly. That's right. So because we own nothing,
right?
But we control everything. There we go. But
when I told, the crazy thing is, and I be saying this a lot, man, about my guy Beez, right? I say this a lot about my boy Beez. Beez is a real one because Beez will say, I do this, I do that, pull up on me. And I say this all the time when I talk to this brother, man. I'm going to pull up on you. If you tell me to do it, I'm pulling up.
Yes.
Now I'm about to see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Pull up on you. I pulled up on this dude, man. He was just as real as he was when I heard him on Clubhouse. He was just as real as he is right now. And then Beez will talk about he got assistants. He got this, he got that. I'm like, all right, I'm going to test that too. All right, hey, Beez, send this work to your assistant. I'm gonna send it to mine and let's see what happens. Okay, that works even better for me. Exactly. Like, Beez is really the gets, man, and it's a pleasure to be around this brother. It's a pleasure to get introduced to a guy like yourself, man, as well, through Beez. So I appreciate it, man, because I'm a guy that worked at a gas station. I'm supposed to be having conversations like this.
Listen.
Social worker. I'm a social worker.
Look at that.
Look. 5 with a master's degree. I was like, this cannot be it.
So look here. Look here. So it's perfect. All right, so Shad, right when you got cut off the last time, I was telling everybody we got 4 alleged black millionaires because we the IRS ain't coming for nobody. But anyway, we all came from the ground up. We all doing our thing. We all made things happen, right? And on top of that, it all started with a mindset shift. Not only we've been the main purpose of tonight was to talk about using other people's money, but look at Jay White, right? So Jay, this is Shad, this is Jay. Actually,
I've been talking to the homie.
Okay, that's what's up. So look at what Jay is doing with government contracting. That's other people's money again, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just in the middle. And he's like, yo, I ain't even gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna have my team get some contracts, and then I'm gonna subcontract it out, and then bam, I collect the money in between. But that mindset shift where people are like, nah, I gotta what did I forget his name. We were talking this weekend. I don't know if you were there on Friday, Shad, but they were as we were going over at the bottom of the pyramid is the people who work with their hands, right? And then Myron was talking about it. That's who it was. Myron was talking about it. At the bottom of the pyramid is the people who work with their hands, and their amount of earning potential is limited, right? Yeah. But then on top of that is what was the next level? People that work.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't write it down. But
I got the notes though. I just don't have it in front of me. But
so far, using your mind goals so far.
Imagination was a top. There was something below it. I don't remember what it was. But the whole purpose is that we create wealth using our mind, not using our hands. Because if we're working in a 9-to-5, for example, if we're trading our time for money, for example, there's only limited time in the day. So your earning potential is already limited, right? But if we can earn money without having to do that work, if we're putting in people, systems, places, putting teams together, the processes together, and all of that, so that the businesses are operating autonomously without us, that's how we start to create wealth. But it takes that mindset shift. It starts with that mindset shift. Jay White wouldn't even have thought about going into government contracting like that. You know what I'm saying? If he was still thinking in his old ways. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with me. Go ahead, Herman.
By not taking a risk. He took a risk.
A risk. Again. A risk.
I heard y'all were talking about taking a risk. I was in the street. My risk was every day. Like what we talking about? Like I'm at the gas station working overnight. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. That's the risk. For somebody else's bread. Somebody else, I'm building their company up. I'm taking a risk being robbed every single night because I need that skinny paycheck. Like that's the mindset I need it. And I'm not a guy that like harp on jobs and say don't work your job. Be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship ain't for everybody. That's just the real thing, right?
Facts.
It ain't for everybody. But it was for me. You know what I'm saying? It was for me, and I was like, yo, I gotta get my back from off this wall. So I can help build other walls within my family of financial freedom and time freedom. Straight up.
Facts.
That's what I was saying before I got cut off. I don't know, Instagram be hating them. Every time I talk they can cut me off. But yeah, so when I was in the street, right, I got to that point that you talking at this time. I got the military background. I got a master's in criminal justice. Like my life is set up at this point. It's just because when I was growing up, I didn't have anyone to really look up to and to tell me what it is that I needed to do, and never talked about entrepreneurship. It was like, all right, bet I got to go back home and I got to go back in the street. So when I had this client, he was coming from Kentucky, like at least once a week. Like on that third or fourth week, I finally asked, like, yo, why you always come with a raggedy ass car here, bro? And he told me about the trucking. So I'm like, yo, I got to do this. So I took my last $5,000 instead of me going back up top to re-up. I took that $5K and I put that into my trucking company. This is back in 2014. I still got my trucking company to this day. I guarantee $675,000 that I make whether my trucks move or not, right? And let me just put this out there. I'm a person who don't like driving, right? But I understood the mission. I knew if I just stayed still for at least 2 or 3 years and be uncomfortable for a little while, I know what's going to come at the end of the tunnel, because I know me. I know when I grind and I put something to it, it's going to come out the way I want it. I'm going to bake it, I'm going to whisk it up, and then I'm going to put it in the oven, and it's going to come out. So now I got 4 trucks in a row. I haven't seen my trucks in 6 months.
There we go.
And I was saying this earlier, talking about being obedient to when God is talking to you. You got to listen. You got to open your ears and understand when he's talking to you. That's how I fell into the whole boat game, right? I never thought in a million years I own a boat game that's generating 7 figures on an annual basis. I was out with my kids one day, and a dude ran up to me like, yo, you rent your boat out? And I'm like, man, get away from me. You know, I'm all big-headed. I'm coming out the street. I'm coming out of the military. Nah, nigga, that's me. I work hard for this. I ain't renting this out. But then I stopped. I said, you know what? This God's talking to me again. I
put it in your lap.
Yes, I rent my boat. What you trying to do? And he's like, go out with the family for a little bit, man. I'm like, hey, here's my number. Again, and not in the right mindset. Here's my number. And I'm thinking, man, this nigga ain't gonna never call me, man. Right. Let alone the next day, he called me like, yo, I'm where I met you at. Come and pick me up. I'm here. And I never looked back since. And on an annual basis, no less than 7 figures, right?
Allegedly.
That real. Let's just be stepping out there. This is me being obedient.
Sure
right?
Did.
Government contracting. Never knew anything about that. But just like the man said, hey, get them damn contracts and sub it out. Now, don't work hard. Don't work hard. I had 8 contracts, bro. We talking at least 3-4 million. And I'm thinking I'm doing something, right? Let alone I'm busting my ass for it. Not knowing, I'm paperwork. Here you go, sir. Just cut me a little back end.
Exactly. Exactly.
You got to take the risk, ladies and gentlemen. If you never take the risk, look how much money you're leaving on the table.
And look where that started, bro. You said it was your last 5,000, and you put it into that truck, and that's how things started, right? So that's important. First of all, I'm on Facebook and IG at the same time. I've been ignoring Facebook. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see all y'all there. Shout out to Charles. My frat was good. I'm glad you liking the information. Azim, yo, that's awesome. He started his LLC last month, already got 10K business credit, personal 28K. Paris said Herman is her mentor. That's what's up. So yeah, we getting it going. They tap it in, man. Now, Shad, by the way, remember I told you that the event that I'm doing this weekend, the networking event, Jay gonna be there too, man. He's speaking, so if you could pull up on that since you're gonna be in Miami anyway.
Yeah. What day is it?
Saturday, 3 to 6, 3 to 7.
All right, you know, Neo got his
same, yeah.
At 5 after it's done, I'll pull up. So I'll be over there like 5:30.
That's what That's what I told. Yo, I said, yo, I'm gonna pull up. I might pull up. He said, do it. I said, bet. And you wasn't on here, Shaw. You wasn't on here, but I was like, yo, if I say I'm gonna pull up, my word is all I got. My word is bomb. You know what I mean? So I was planning on pulling up.
Man, people gotta understand, like they hear the influencers telling them, yo, get in the room, because they thinking that we need their bread. And when I say this respectfully, but I'm certain everyone that's on this live right now, we don't need your money, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to let you know and give our testimony that would change our lives. And that's been in the room. You never know. These are I just met the other day. And look at us right now. We're about to make millions again.
You see what I'm saying?
Say, yo, you put something in contract. Let's make it happen, bro.
You know something important you just said? We don't need your money, right? We don't need any of that. One of the main reasons Beez even started Motivation Monday is a testimonial situation and to show, this is my favorite line, to show you that it can be done, right? We are evidence that it can be done. We are not your competition, right? That's number one. Number two, everybody in here has students. All 4 of you have students. Our mentee are our receivers. These cars and Rolexes and both. I need to show you none of that stuff. All I need to show you is the people that I put on and who right? I'm pretty sure every last person on this talk right now has a receipt of people you help. Because if I can do it, then I could duplicate it. Once I duplicate, oh, you know I'm in there. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I like that. He said our students are receipts. Everybody go look at my stories right now. Another one of my students won another federal government contract right now. He hype his own know what. You know what I mean? Like when you are a mentor, when you are a coach, when you are a guide or a leader, you gotta be instilling information that people can execute and duplicate and utilize.
Yep.
If you ain't doing that, don't talk to me. I ain't trying to hear you coach, you help people do this. I help businesses do that. I ain't trying to hear that.
Yep.
Let me see who you've helped. Congratulations, you saying it, but let me hear somebody else say that you do that. I ain't gonna tell people I'm the government contractor guru. The streets gotta call me that. The streets gotta.
I'm telling everybody that you're the government contractor.
I ain't going around saying that. Yeah.
For real.
I'm going around saying, yo, if you want to learn, I got you.
Yes,
then when
sir.
you call me a title or something like that, I'm letting the streets do that because that's our receipts. Like,
yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, heard. Listen. I was with.
That's has receipts.
I was with Trishana and Sierra and Nikki and a bunch and Shad and everybody this weekend up in Atlanta. Marvin and Michelle put on the Paid in Full conference, which was awesome. The energy was amazing. Everybody was in the room and everybody was executing, and more importantly, everybody was networking, right? And that's what led to me and Shad even tapping in with each other and everything. And to be honest, one of the things that it reminded me of, well, first of all, the first thing, Trishana was saying to me that one of the things that really irks her is there are some people out there who they'll go and maybe they take a course on something and then they immediately go try to have a course to teach what they just learned in the other course, right? Instead of for example, with all of us in here, we was doing our craft first for a long time, right? I didn't even I remember posting something years ago. It said, everybody out there hustling to be seen. I'm hustling to disappear. I didn't want to be seen. I was like, yo, I want to be, with my family and I'm just chilling. But eventually I learned that I had to share what I was doing because it was like a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But the second thing I wanted to say is that I feel that the competition, everybody competing against each other, nobody take this wrong, but that's at the bottom. Right? I'm not saying that you at the bottom. I'm just saying that it tends to be the people who have not achieved anything yet that are all competing with each other. When we start rising, and we ain't at the top yet, but we growing, we rising. All four of us on here is like, yo, how can we work together? I'm not me and Herman in basically in the same space. I know I focus on process systems of people and scaling and all of that, but me and Herman are both in finance and how can you get funding and how can you fix your credit? But you ain't never. Herman, the first person I brought on here, I was like, yo, Herman, we got to go live together. You know what I'm saying? There's no competition. We collaborate.
See, what they got to understand is when you have a community, you go even harder, right? Like I sat back the other day, bro, on Friday, and I just looked around the room and just smiled, bro. And what I love about being in a room is, in the rooms that I've been in, not every room, but the rooms that I've been in lately over the last 4 or 5 months, everybody is there to uplift one another. Ain't nobody hating. Like this entire weekend, I seen nothing but everybody congratulating Michelle and Marvin, and just the love, bro, the energy and all that shit is genuine, bro. If you don't have anybody in your circle that's there to uplift you, they need to get up out of your circle, bro. Like listen, there's so many people who are afraid of cutting loose these so-called relationships. I don't care who you are, friends, family. If you're not here uplifting me and the only time you picking up that phone to do is call and ask for something, I don't need you around. If you calling me and you about to vent, I don't want to hear that shit. Because right now, level that I'm at, I'm trying to go here, right? That little couple of million I don't touch is nothing. I'm trying to make go 5, 6 years, generations down the line. They good, right? So if you don't have those type of people around you, you got to let them go, y'all. And here's the thing, like I said, there's no competition. Because guess what? There's something that each and every one of us can teach each other, right? There's something that we can. Jay and I are both in government contracting. I'm 100% sure that he can teach me something about government contracting that I don't know. And I've been doing this shit for at least 2-3 years now.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, right? So like he says, we're in the same space. best believe, right? He knows my assistant, Damaris, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damaris is in Beez mentorship.
Yeah. His assistant.
That's how it be.
Run that, go get that info. And she started her own company, right? Because you can't be in my space. You can't be my employee. I call my employees my partners and not do what I do. Right? So all my employees or my partners, they all have businesses. Right? So she has a management business. So she's like, Herman, if I could turn you into an alleged millionaire because we put processes in place, then I could do it for other businesses too. So I was like, you need to go to Beez because he knows processes. I get my virtual assistant from Beez.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's my guy.
Yeah. That's the part. That's that part.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I got a new virtual assistant running a new business that I started.
Yep. I love it.
That part, man.
Real quick, Takoria is asking about the event this weekend. So everybody on here in Miami, what I'm trying to do is create a community, because we got a lot of powerful entrepreneurs in South Florida, not just Miami, South Florida. And the thing is that we all stay separate. We don't come together like what I've seen in Atlanta. So that's why I'm trying to recreate that. I'm trying to recreate Black Wall Street in South Florida. So the event is free. I do ask for a donation because we're going to have a huge, my annual charity event is next month, which is called November to Remember, where we bought out a whole a super Walmart last year and donated all the toys to this charity called Kids in Distress. So I am asking y'all to donate when you're coming in, but it's a free event because I just want people to network. It's more powerful when we network and when we come together. But I'm asking y'all, go to my IG, Business Builder Beez, and the link in my bio just to RSVP. That way I know how many people to expect. I'm hosting it in my warehouse with all the exotic cars. We got like 60 exotic cars in there. And you could do your photo shoot while you're there.
I gotta wear something. You got dying.
I'm gonna just cancel my shit on Sunday, and I'm about to just bring everybody to that joint on Saturday.
Oh man, bro.
It's Sunday, and then Sunday we just go get on the yacht somewhere and we just chill. Let's just do that.
You see what I'm saying? Look at what you see. Listen.
Sunday, I'll be at your joint on Saturday. I'll bring my people to your joint. We go out on the yacht and chill on Sunday. Let's just do that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yo, bro, appreciate you.
I was already there.
That you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Shad, right after this shot, I'm gonna text you so I can get your picture. I'm gonna put your picture on the flyer so we can put another flyer out, and we're gonna make it happen, brother. That's what's up, man. Collaboration over competition all day. Sierra's on here. What do you mean you've been to the warehouse and didn't know it belonged to me? When have you been to the warehouse? I've been telling you to come there for how long? Sierra is another powerhouse.
Pick up my little man from football practice, man. Plus the Ravens play tonight. You know what I mean? Baltimore. I'm a Raiders fan, but I live in Baltimore, so I got a rep too. Yeah. So I'm gonna go wake my son.
Listen, you should be repping the Redskins and not the damn Ravens.
Y'all ain't even call the Redskins no more, bro. Y'all are the football team. Y'all ain't got a name.
The football team, he said.
Hey, no, man, I appreciate meeting both of y'all, man. Talking to y'all, man. You know, Shad, me and you already been talking in the DMs about pulling up on each other this weekend. Yeah. Now, so. You know what I mean, Herman? We gonna definitely tap in. Beez, you know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Me and Beez got our assistants talking. Hey, yo, let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
I gotta say this real quick. Coming from where I came from, and I know people hear me say I work at the gas station and all that, but y'all don't know what else I was doing at the gas station. I'm straight. When you talk about multiple streams of income, I was already doing it, but I was doing it hood style in the gas station. My mentality was, this the best for me. My mentality was, I'm going to get that accurate figure. I'm going to put that thing on dubs. I'm going to put a system in the trunk, and now I'm living. Because the hood is telling me if I get my accurate figure, I made it. That's all I thought. And now I'm telling my man on live, my assistant is talking to your assistant. Come on, man. I'm out of here, man. Yo,
yo, before you go, Jay, oh, he already went. Charles the Sigma, Charles Frat. He said, I need that government contract guru info. Hit me up and I'll connect you with my guy, Jay White, and you're good to go. He already pours into my mentorship all the time. And, I could give you direct contact, anything you need. But, yeah, this is.
Don't get shot about it. Listen, I do government contract. I do truck for my niche, and I stay in my lane. And voted. Go stay with that. I no longer teach that.
So I like this. So here we go. One of the things that I talk about a lot. Actually, before I do that, let me see if I bring in Sierra. Oh, there we go. Hold up. Let's put her in. Okay. One of the things I talk about a lot is that you can do multiple things. Sierra.
Hi, beautiful black people.
What's up, Queen? How you doing?
I am great. I just made it back to Miami, and y'all, I love Atlanta, but it's just crazy to me because every time I'm in Atlanta, they're like, "Why don't you move out here?" I'm like, "Why don't y'all move here?"
That is, tell them, Sierra. We about to make it so everybody's dying to move here. They already are for vacation, but we want them moving here for business.
Like, unless Atlanta could give me this, I ain't coming.
There we go.
Or I had the same thing. I'm like, yo, why you don't move to Atlanta? She's like, I need water.
I live on an island, y'all. I don't think that there's any islands in Atlanta, so I'm gonna stay on my 1 hour and a half flight. And hi, sir, I'm Sierra. I never met you.
Hello, Sierra. My name is Herman Dawes. How are you doing today?
I'm so blessed. Like, after coming back from Atlanta, I just felt so full, so inspired. Like, usually I'm like dragging, doing my work, and I was like, oh no, I got to go hard because all my friends got Lambos. Right?
True that. But again, there we go. To the whole purpose of this call was supposed to be OPM, but also about mindset shift, right? When I a few years ago, well, more than a few years ago, my friends, all we talked about was Netflix and the club and bottles and this and that, right? Then I had my friends, we just talked about, because, I'm a father, so it was just my friends, we just talked about kids stuff, and that was it. I was talking about Disney movies and stuff, right? Which is, it's cool sometimes, but now my friends, we talk about, yo, damn, I did $1 million month. Like, yo, I just did $1 million day. And you know what I'm saying? I haven't hit the $1 million day yet. I got to my $1 million month before, but not the $1 million day. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even think about that before. You know what I mean? But I'm surrounded by people doing it, right? So this is why mindset and surrounding yourself with the right people is important. But we wouldn't even know it. I think Shad said this this weekend. He was like, he wouldn't even have thought about renting out the boat and this and that. You know what I mean? So getting in the right environments, changing your mindset, and being willing to let go of the property, right? Because I was thinking the same thing with a car. Like, this is my baby. I named her Smurfette. Like, I can't let nobody drive it, So then it was like, nah, it's a piece of hunk of metal that depreciates. I might as well turn it into an asset and earn money from it.
Today I went to 3 of Brickle's buildings. If y'all don't know Brickle, his name's Brickle Cigars. That's actually not his name. His name is Last. But I went to 3 of his buildings today because I'm like starting my YouTube, and I was like, I gotta show y'all the people who's actually getting it out here. And honestly, I was like, my jaw dropped because it was so dope. Brickle owns entire buildings, you guys. He buys entire apartment complexes and he converts them to his own like hotel. He hosts everything on Airbnb. He makes $1 million a month on Airbnb. And he pulls up in his Corvette that he's like, fortunately, I had this car today. It's not being rented out. He has 28 cars on Turo. And I'm like, if your friends are not like that, like you're in the wrong room. Like that's how all my friends have to be. And to my ladies, I need more of y'all. Every time I post a picture with my friends, all the people think like, oh, are you dating that guy? Are you dating that guy? I'm like, no. I'm not dating him. This is just, it happens to be that all the lit people, all the successful like entrepreneurs who are like killing it out here are guys. So this is just my invitation to the ladies. Like, we got to get in the rooms. We need to, have more ladies who are having 6-figure, 7-figure months. So, I had to hop on this live because I was like, I need for the women to be in the room.
Represent.
I need for to start getting the bread. We're not gonna ask these guys for money no more. We're not gonna be, waiting for guys to pay our bills and waiting for the guys to take us on dates. Like, we're taking guys on dates. We're shopping for Mindy's. Justin, what are you talking about? I love Justin. Yes, you're more than my friend. You're my freaking brother. Like, I can't say enough good things about Justin. Like, I love him so much. He is like,
yeah, Justin, awesome, man.
Talking about this weekend though, I mean, and listen, hats off to all the ladies because y'all shut the room down.
Yo, facts.
But Sierra and I was talking about the other day. She was like, I'm not dependent on no dude. If I want to get up and go buy whatever the fuck I want to buy, when I want to buy, how I want to buy, that's what I'm going to do. Like,
okay. Ain't no man gonna tell me I can't buy no burgers. But the thing is, like, a lot of girls, they'll date rich guys, but the rich guys could tell them what to do. Right. There's not a man walking this earth who could tell me what to do. From my dad be trying to tell me how to spend my money. I'm like, excuse me. I made it myself. Any guy I date, I'm like, excuse me. And whoever I marry, I'm going to listen to him out of love and respect. But if I want to go buy that Birkin bag, I'm coming home with my orange bag. And that's just on that.
Tell him. Okay.
And changing this mindset thing too, right? Because we have so many resources that's afforded to us nowadays. When me personally, for example, I'm going to give you all this. Me personally, I don't scroll on Instagram too much, but when I do, if I scroll and I hit somebody that can't pour value into me, I unfollow them, right? When I'm in the car, I'm listening to music, I'm listening to a podcast. When I'm at the crib, I'm not looking at TV, I'm watching replays of a mentorship or a course, or I'm watching EYL or Social Proof, right? We got to be careful as to what we entertain and allow into our minds, right? Because if you listen to the bullshit the rappers in them are saying, and you listen to what the news is telling you, then you would never change your mindset. You would never get an approval, right? Because a hater in society tells you we're supposed to go to college. We're supposed to go into debt $300,000-$400,000, right? We're supposed to go get into debt and then go out and make $100,000 a year. That's what, ladies and gentlemen. You can make that shit in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Period.
Bro.
I made that from a tweet.
From a tweet.
Wait. You have to tell that story.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm an attorney, and actually, this is like, every day I'm in just like disbelief over my life now. So a year and a half ago, I had a job making $100,000 a year, and I was a slave to that job, and I was absolutely miserable. And my boss called me Felicia. I was mad as hell. I got fired from that job, mad as hell. But God had a bigger plan for me. So one of America's top personal injury law firms, they reached out to me and they told me like, hey, we're taking on clients for Uber, Lyft, Amazon for misclassifying the drivers as independent contractors. And this is only in the states that consider the drivers to be employees. So it's a class action lawsuit. And I made a tweet, asking, hey guys, have you driven for any of these people? And because I have smart friends like Beez, I had to automate this, where I had automated DMs, where all they did was they filled out a form, they gave me their contact information, and every time that they submitted their contact information, it was automatically pushed to the law firm. And then every time the law firm accepted or rejected another case, I got an email, and I'm just waiting for my check now. And it wasn't 100K. It was more than 100K.
6 figures from a tweet. Amount. From a tweet. This goes back to what we were saying, that the people who work with their hands are limited in their earning capacity. But then I forgot the middle one. But then the top one is with your mind, right? All she did was utilize her mind. She was active on social media so that she got a certain amount of followers. So then now she became valuable to a brand. So a one specific just tweet led to 6-figure payout, right? Listen, everybody. First of all, anybody who doesn't know Sierra ESQ, make sure you are following her right now. I'm sure probably everybody on here is.
No, they don't know me. Somebody said, who is this? I'm like, yes.
There we go. Now you know her, Sierra _ESQ. Make sure you follow her. Shad is the boat goat, DABOAT goat, right? Make sure you following him. Herman, the finance goat, the financial services goat is Haitian _ CEO, Herman Dose. And I am
who you are because I be bragging about you all the time, Beez.
Yeah, well, yeah, I gotta say me too, I guess. So Beez, I'm Beez, business builder Beez. You can follow me on IG and everywhere, business builder Beez with a Z. Listen, I focus on showing entrepreneurs how they can go from 6 to 7 figures, because to be honest, it's not that hard to fall into the 6-figure realm. Most people think it is, but once you get started and actually make the first few moves, it's not that hard. But getting to the 7 figures is harder. It's a mindset shift, and you have to have a true business, right? You have to have process, systems, and people in place in order to scale your business. So I focus on that. I run in 10 different companies right now, but I'm not working in the middle of the companies. I steer the companies. My teams are operating the companies for me, right? And I take care of them, because without them, I would be nowhere, right? So make sure you take care of your people. Make sure you build these processes and systems so that your business can actually operate as a business instead of you being self-employed. So make sure you're following everybody on here. And all I got to say is when it comes to that mindset shift of OPM, let's go back to that main topic first, right? So OPM, Herman, let's jump to you, man. Tell the people a little bit about when it comes to funding. We spoke about credit to start, but tell the people when it comes to funding, what else should they be looking for in order to get other people's money and utilize it to grow their business and assets?
So the best place I tell people to go get funding if you're going to do it on its own is go to credit unions to do it. Why? Because credit unions don't have as high underwriting guidelines as these big banks like American Express, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. These community banks, they want to give you this money. They want to work with you. Because you're going to put that money right back into the community that you're in, right? So I always recommend to people, I was like, listen, if you got a 680 credit score, your credit is together, 680 credit score and above, your credit profile is tight, you got a couple of personal credit cards you did right by. Go into these banks with your LLC documentation, open up a business checking account, put $50 in the checking account. Before you get up, do a quick pump fake. They're going to be like, do you need some business funding? Do you need some credit? Yes, it's so funny you say that. They're going to give you a business credit card. If your business is over 2 years old, ask for a line of credit also. So with one inquiry, you can get 2 lines of money. I will post receipts later. I went to BB&T not too long ago. BB&T gave me a line of credit of $50,000 and a $25,000 credit card for one of my businesses. Just one of them. And I walked in there with 2 LLCs. And they both got funded with one inquiry, right? That's just one bank. And guess what I did? I went to another one and did the same thing, and another one and did the same thing, right? Leveraging the credit, because I know what to do to make money with that money when they give me their money. I know what to do with it.
There we go. And the key here is because we focus on our personal credit first, then we're able to continue this play. I hate saying this word, but it's the play. Because once we get this funding, there's times you're going to do a PG. That may be required, a personal guarantee, and that personal guarantee is going to give you a hard inquiry. But we also know how to remove hard inquiries. We know the law, right? And because of that, we're able to utilize the law in our favor to continue to get more and more funding. I've established over $1 million in business funding in the last year and a half, right? Every time I go to a new city, I'm wondering, let me see what banks are there that I could potentially, go to and open up some more accounts and keep getting things coming in. There's a system on what I do with it and how I flow it and make it cash flow and then pay off and all of that. Even when we talk about credit, some people are like, but if I get credit and I got to pay it right off and I don't have no money, how am I going to do it? Well, I tend to get business credit that gives me 12 to 18 months of no interest, 0 interest on it. So I have that time. If you can't make money in 12 to 18 months, then you shouldn't be an entrepreneur.
Business being in business.
For real. You know what I'm saying? But listen, before we continue, I got to say shout out to everybody that purchasing badges. Badges today are going towards our November to Remember event. On November 12th, next month, we're going to have our 2nd annual November to Remember event. Last year, we bought out Super Walmart in Miramar. bought out every single thing, not the food, but like the toys and all the stuff that could be gifts. They loaded it up on an 18-wheeler truck and took it over to this charity called Kids in Distress, where they help displaced kids that have no families, they're in foster care, all of that type of stuff. And we were able to put smiles on their faces during the holidays. So we're gonna make it even bigger this year. So thank you to everybody who is buying badges. Where can I see the names? Mimi Laid Back, Donatus. I always see Donatus, and I can't remember who that is, but I can never say that name. Rolo Martin, PA, Tamara Allen, Kiva, one of my roundtable members. Shout out to everybody that is buying badges. Appreciate y'all, and it's all going towards our November to Remember event. I hope everybody comes into South Florida. I'm calling all of my entrepreneur friends in, and we're gonna make it into a huge give back and just start off the season right. So thank you, Tax.Dynasty for badge as well. Purchasing badges, there should be something that says buy a badge to support.
Buy a badge to support Business Builder Bees.
Something like, there you go.
The comment box. Pass the offering plate, y'all.
There we go.
If y'all church, y'all pass that offering plate, man.
Johnny.Noon, thank you too.
Real quick, Sierra already. I always ask my peers this. Real quick, like B said, everybody hit the BeezTalk at the top and follow all the speakers here.
Mm-hmm.
But Beez, real quick, I'm always curious as to know at what point did your mindset shift? Like, what really drove you? And you too, Herman. Sierra already gave us hers, but at what point did you say, you know what, this is it? I'm no longer checking nobody's time clock. I gotta go out and do it on my own. Like, what was that moment?
Ooh, for me, let me tell you, I had a great job. My last job, I was working at Microsoft, right? I also worked at Accenture before that. Two of the top companies in the world, Accenture, the top consulting firm, Microsoft, we all know what Microsoft is. And I was complacent. I had that complacency salary where they was giving me $150K plus bonuses. I'll sometimes get to $200K. And I was like, yo, I'm good. But I remember that I couldn't get time off to go to my son's basketball game.
There you go.
And I was like, hold up. I didn't even need to be on site because the customer that they were sending me to was in LA, and they were like, oh, they're not going to be on site that week. So I said to my boss, I was like, well, the customer's not going to be on site, so can I just work remotely this week so that I could go to my son's basketball game? And they were like, no, it's better that you're on site. I was like, but the customer's not even going to be there. That's when it hit me because I was like, yo, I got to beg you for my time to go see my son play. I was like, nah, forget this. I quit like within that month. And I was like, I'm done. I didn't even know what I was going to do, but I quit. And then I did something else that a lot of people were telling me at the time, oh, don't do. I cashed out my 401k. And people were like, oh, don't do that. You can't mess with your retirement.
Because that's risky.
Risky. Bro, I've like 100x that since then. What was in the 401k? Man, come on. More than 100x. Herman, what about you, bro?
My story, two-part, right? So me and my wife went to Italy for our baby moon for Bella, right? And we're on a train going to Pisa. She fell asleep, stomach is big as hell, and this is my first child. So you got fathers on the call. Like, your mind changes. Like, once a woman tell you she's pregnant, your mind is just different. These two people I have to take care of, right? And then the word says a good man provides for his children. So now it's generations I have to prepare for, right? So I figured that out immediately. And I spent 12 days in Italy, right? And same thing with UBs. I had to ask permission to be there, and it bothered me. I came back home. I told my brother what I was processing, and he told me, as long as you work for somebody else, you will never be free. You will always have to ask for permission. And then I was like, so that's when I started first with a credit repair company, and then the rest is history. But when I quit my job, though, was when, this is a crazy sentence, was when my job was costing me money. Because I was in the broom closet taking phone calls of potential clients. Hello, this is so many clients. How can I help you? Right? And then the money on the phone was more than the money that my job was making. You know? I was losing clients every time I wasn't picking up the phone. So I had to take a risk. I had to bet on myself. And literally, bro, like 2 weeks later, a colleague called me like, hey, we're going to Miami tomorrow. right? And that was crazy for that to happen. We're going tomorrow. He's like, yeah, we got the tickets. We're going tomorrow. We're going to do this business deal. We'll be back at night. So literally the next day I was in Miami for a day, and that messed me up because I'm in Miami on a Tuesday, right? Just, you know what I mean? Had a business lunch, made like $5,000 that day off that connection, and flew back home that night. 2 weeks ago I had a job. My life has never been the same ever since.
Hey, real quick to interject real quick. Britt. So first of all, Business Builder Britt, who was the comment that's tagged right there. That's the COO of one of my companies, ATAC Solutions. That's where I help other entrepreneurs to get VAs and for staffing. Britt, if you look up ahead, you'll see Rosetta Upshaw. Please connect with Rosetta. Rosetta is our new attorney. All right. So, Rosetta, what's good, Rosetta? I hope all is well. I also saw Connie. Connie, what's good, Connie?
She's my business partner.
Yep, Rosetta is Sierra's business partner.
She's the operation, I'm the face.
There we go. I'm the face too. And Britt's my operations, but I'm the face. That's it. Nah, but for real though, please connect with Rosetta, Britt. And we're going to talk. We'll set up a meeting later this week. Shout out to Connie S. Falls. I love Connie, man. Connie's just one of the most pleasant, genuine, just radiating just beauty and just energy. I just love Connie, man. She's just awesome. I'm sorry. I normally respond to all of these comments, but we've been having such a great conversation. I had to skip some of y'all comments.
I'm looking down. I got my computer here and
for real, she commented in there. Yo, but shout out to everybody on here that's listening and supporting. But it ain't just about us, man. It ain't just about us. It is about, we are just examples of what can be done. I used to sometimes go to like a grocery store or something, and I would be in the line and I would tell the manager, I just want to pay for the people that's in the line, next to me, the ones in the line or whatever. They would always be like, oh, who are you? Do you want to post it, whatever? I was like, no, it's okay. And I used to feel that, anybody that's posting that, they're just trying to get publicity. Then I realized that that's not really the case. Last year when we did the November to Remember event and bought out the Walmart, and it was on the news and it was national news and stuff. And then it inspired people in other regions to do something similar. And I was like, damn, I was spreading more positivity, more charity by showing what I did, by being an example of what can be done. So that's what we are on here right now. We all probably different ages, different walks of life, different regions, everything. But every single one of us was able to execute on our dreams. We're able to live a life of freedom and abundance right now. So why can't everybody else? Right?
Why not?
My parents are my inspiration. Both of my parents have very successful businesses. And actually today, me and Brickle, we went to Creole Cafe, and my dad, he sells refrigerators. And I'm like, look, this is our refrigerator. But I used to call my parents, and I would be at work upset and bored, and I would be like, what you doing? Oh, we're on Rodeo right now. And I'll be like, what? And growing up in an entrepreneur household, my parents literally bred me and trained. How funny. My mom's actually, she tried to call me right now. I'm so crazy. And she's going to try to call me again. I know. But they literally bred me and trained me to be an entrepreneur. When I was a very little kid, I was working. When my dad started his business, we were in the garage and I was working and just like experiencing that financial freedom, that time freedom. My mom doesn't want, when I'm talking about buying bags, it's because I'm like my mom. But just seeing her like get what she wants and see the respect she gets. It was actually a huge struggle for me in general to have a job. And that's why I got fired, because I could not give them what they were asking me for. We had to bill a certain amount of hours. And I was like, after I bill my hours, that's all y'all getting from me. I'm not giving you extra. And they would get mad at me for not giving them extra. And I'm like, I'm already underpaid. Oh, but you make $100K. Look at here. And Kylie Jenner is a billionaire from lip gloss. y'all underpaying me for other time. So I used to stay in trouble at work, y'all. You can't wear that today. Oh, you can't be on your phone. Oh, no, you can't. I always did what I wanted. And I've always been like the person who was like, I don't really care what you're saying because no other person has dominion or control over my life. And it's kind of crazy to me that subconsciously we really think that people have dominion and control. But for me, when I think about the structure of a business, and I'm about to go there, but to me, the way that corporations are set up, we have not abolished slavery because at the top of the corporations is the shareholders, and then at the bottom is the people putting in the work. If we look at how much the shareholders is making compared to how much our work is, we are slaves. So if you are still in a job, I'm not saying this disrespectfully. I'm saying this out of nothing but love and respect. But you gotta escape from the master. Because as long as you're there, they're going to keep whipping and whipping and whipping. And if you're asking for something and you're upset, every time you get upset, that's your flash. So really, really think about it tonight. And I really want you guys to sleep with this and feel uncomfortable and really get comfortable with that uncomfortability because you're not supposed to be there. We're supposed to be at the top of these corporations. You know, every time I look at a building, I'm like, we don't own these buildings. We don't own hospitals. We are not doctors. I personally don't like when other entrepreneurs say, oh, you don't need to go to school. Yes, we do. We need Black engineers. We need Black doctors. We need Black lawyers. We need Black scientists. We really need to start expanding our minds and seeing what's going on around us and getting uncomfortable with the fact that we're not in America thriving. We're in the bottom everywhere. And we have to thrive.
Let me, I'm gonna give the devil's advocate.
Where you preaching on Sunday?
You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I'm gonna give the devil's advocate, right? First of all, before I do that, evolving and Focus 22 said, damn, I wish I grew up in an entrepreneur household when Sierra was speaking. I didn't grow up in an entrepreneur household, but yet I still made, and Herman didn't, and Shad didn't, but I still made that conscious decision like, yo, I gotta change. I need something more. And then I made it happen. Hot Fire said, do you guys own your own business? Yeah, that's what we all talking about here. We all own our own business. And I'm going to give everybody a chance to say what their businesses are and the different things that they do in a second. But first thing I want to explain from the devil's advocate perspective, because I had somebody that came at me one time hard and they were like, I'm tired of entrepreneurs saying that the only way I can make money is if I'm an entrepreneur. What if I want to stay in my 9 to 5 and blah, blah, blah. So let me explain something to y'all. There's 3 ways in this country, in this world, that you can create wealth. One of them is building a business. That's the one that we talk about all the time, right? But you could also go into real estate. You could also play the financial markets, right? Stocks and Forex and such. 9 to 5 millionaire, he remained a cop, but he kept investing in real estate and became a millionaire. So you can get financial freedom and still work a job, work for someone, but you'll never have time freedom, right? You'll never have what I consider true freedom, which is that freedom of time. Because if you still got to beg for your time off, and maybe you're going to get it, maybe you're not, then you're not free, right? My brother Arden Key, he plays for the 49ers, and he advocates to other athletes that, yo, yeah, we making a lot of money, but we still not the boss. Right? We're still working for these people, right? So what it's all up to you. If you choose that, yeah, I'm cool with working for myself, you can still create financial wealth in certain ways, the other ways that I mentioned, but we just value our time more than anything else, right? So it ain't just the money, it's the time freedom that we got. Shad,
Even the money for me at all. I don't even operate off the money. My freedom. I woke up this morning. And I promise you, I'm not being funny. I literally never know what day it is.
Yeah.
I never know what day it is.
Yeah, for real.
Monday morning, and this morning I was laying in my bed chilling. I said, I've been out all weekend. I went to rest. Sunday wasn't enough of a rest for me. And that right there, y'all, you can't put a price on your freedom. You can't get your price on making a full course breakfast at 10 a.m. on the weekday.
I have this saying, especially for my single friends, and because I'm married 7 years. And I said, I always say I'm gonna write a book one day called The Other Side of I Do, because it's different on the other side when you say those words, right? You know, when you up there saying, I promise to never clown, you don't know what you're talking about. But after you say I do, right? Same thing when it comes to being an entrepreneur, right? We sound crazy when we say it's not about the money, right? I remember when people used to say about that. It's like, it's the mindset. It's not about the money. I was like, these people are lying, right? when you don't have a job and you're an entrepreneur, right, and money is not the issue anymore, it is about that freedom. That it's the time I can do whatever I want when I want. It's not about the money. I can make $1 million a year or $10 million a year. I'm still free. I get up, I bring my kids to school every day.
Yep.
That is, and I pick them up every day, right? And they're in daycare. I gotta drop them off 8:30, and I gotta pick them up at 2:30. Who's able to do that? They have a 9-to-5 job. No one, right? I'm able to pick them up. We go ice cream. We go to the park every day after whatever we're doing. Or we go in the backyard. How was your day? That cannot put a price tag on that. Took my family to Disney World, right? Got an Airbnb. We was out there for a week. Wrote the whole thing off, right? But priceless time. My kids are not going to remember that trip, right? But that day, they remembered that day.
Hey, listen, I don't think y'all understand what's being put down here. If you want freedom, man, just put in the comments, I want freedom.
Yes.
Listen, what really, stood out to me and told me to roll out, because growing up, again, I come from a household. My mother was on, drugs and alcohol, family, same thing. So I really had no one to look up to, right? So my only goal and dream was to go into the military. As I was in the military, about 4 years in, I started to realize it wasn't for me. Again, I really picked up that I'm a leader because I've always, my family used to call me a Jamaican because I was always out hustling, cutting grass. I didn't care as long as I was making money, right? But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand and know when it's time to go, all right? You have to know when it's time to go. You should no longer be sitting still and being uncomfortable in a situation just for security. And when I say security, I'm talking about that check every 2 weeks. Because that's what? As an entrepreneur, you can be cutting yourself every day. Hey, right? I left out of the military because I started a shuttle service. And at the time, I was a military police. We had so many soldiers that were getting DUIs as the military police. So me being an entrepreneur, me thinking outside of the box, I started my shuttle service. And starting that shuttle service, I went to my first sergeant. I said, first sergeant, and the first sergeant is just like, I don't know, like a general manager of a business, right? So I went to the first sergeant. I said, first sergeant, listen, I got a shuttle van, and I want to offer my services to the whole entire battalion. Instead of soldiers going down there, getting drunk, and getting DUIs coming back, I want to offer my services for free. Catch this. He said, all right, cool. That's the bet. We can do that. So the next day, I'm all excited. I'm like, yo, first time, what happened? What we talking? He said, go look at policy number 8. I go around the corner. I look at policy number 8. Guess what I read? Unauthorized secondary job. I go back. I'm confused. I'm like, first time, why you have me read that? Commander want to see you at 1300. I said, all right, bet. I'm thinking, again, we about to go in here. We about to get busy for the whole battalion. I go in there. I'm on the red carpet getting red. I got in trouble for offering my services, and that just really changed my mindset. I said, I can know, and you talking to somebody who's in uniform everywhere he's supposed to be at 20, 30 minutes before time, just staying after work, just doing everything that I was supposed to do as a soldier. But when I said that, my mindset changed. Said, you know what? I will no longer bust my ass for anyone else. The hard work that I'm putting in, I'm going to now pour that into my own business, right? Here's this too, right? Y'all hear us say leave that 9 to 5, right? And we're telling you to leave that 9 to 5 with a strategy, with a plan. We're not telling you just to throw in a towel and walk out tomorrow morning. No, I had strategy. I understood. I still had another 10 months left in the military, but I knew how to play the game. I said, you know what? They not about to get me like this. They don't got me for the last 6 years. I'm about to get their ass, right? So I started going to sick call. I started building up my medical file. I got my education. I got my master's. I said, you know what? I'm rolling with something.
Oh, you got you a master's? Hold up.
Look at that.
That's amazing. I love to meet the educated black people now. He got him a master's now. Yeah, sorry, I wrote that.
So my plan, ladies and gentlemen, was like, you know what? I got to stay right here, but I got a plan. I said, when I get out, I got to have free health. I got to put down nothing on my house. Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, I had that plan to get out. So when I got out, and still to this day, I haven't touched the money. I get a monthly check for like $3,500. So you're talking well over $250,000 just sitting there from the military, right? I got my free masters. I got zero down on my 9,200 plus square foot crib. Like, you gotta have a strategy plan, but also you gotta be willing to step out there on faith. You have to bet on yourself. Listen, I don't like when I get like this because I can't slow down. But the motivation Monday, bro, it's there. It is. Listen, it's here. You have the resources. Hey, back in the day, we couldn't hop on a social media platform and touch somebody, right? We have it so easy in today's world that it only takes a click of a button. It only takes for us to jump in a DM. It only takes for us to hit somebody's link tree and get in a room, right? And y'all have to understand, you're not about to sit here and keep DMing me all your questions, right? If I have a program, you got to invest in yourself and get in the room. That's the quickest way to get your feelings.
Stop attacking people.
The day I got fired, it was May 15th, 2020. And on the day, the call was at 3 p.m. So before, that call, I had already made $14,000 that month. And on the day I got fired, I made $2,200. The second month after that, I made $30,000. That's how fast your life could change if you want it. So the day I got fired, I really was on the phone with my boss. Like, this man can't get off the phone with me quick enough. And I also actually considered not answering the phone because I already knew I was getting fired. And I was like, how dope would it be if I didn't even answer the call getting fired? Like, okay, let me just take this call for technicalities. But, when you had enough, you had enough. And I had been like an affiliate for a stock course, and I was just running it up as an affiliate. And that, for me, the first month as an affiliate, I made $10,000, and my law firm was paying me I would make like $7,800, $8,000 a month. So when I made $10,000, that's all I needed to see to know that I was going to be fine. And like I say, walk by faith and not by sight all the time. But that faith came before I even got fired. So like if you start now before y'all not going to get fired. Y'all going to fire your boss.
Fire your boss.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I actually did kind of fire my boss because I'm getting in trouble. This law firm is going to sue me, I swear. But because the courts were closed, right? And when I took an oath, I promised that I would do any and everything for my client. See, my client was an insurance company at the time. And when the courts closed, the law firm, they just wanted us to write reports so that they could still build an insurance company to keep their doors open. But I said, I didn't take no oath to this law firm. I took an oath to the client. And technically, I feel like they're scamming the insurance company right now. So if I don't do my job, I don't really care because I'm not hurting my client, who's the insurance company and the actual insured. And I just kept working and building my own brand, and it's safe to say it paid off, yo.
Listen, shout out first. I see a lot of family popping in the chat right now and in here. Shout out to my brother Words, Blue Fog, go Mob, let's go. Shout out to everybody that I'm seeing up in here. I don't know if Justin's still in here. I don't know if Connie's still in here. I seen everybody was popping in. My guy, Trapper's Way Out. Everybody, listen. First of all, because I don't want us to go too long, but we could talk all night. But I want us to go around and just say what we do again, right? Because one of the things, and Shai was touching in on this. I always bring this up. I had no problem, and many others didn't have any problem going to college for 4 or 5 years or more and paying whatever amount and being broke during that time for the chance to earn a middle-class income.
And being broke after that time.
And being broke after that too. And being in shock. And then I had no problem doing this. But then when we start our business, 3 months in, we'd be like, oh, this ain't working, I'm done. Right? So we got to change our mindset. And when people are saying, yo, get in the rooms, when people are saying, hey, get a mentor, when people are saying, hey, look at what I've done, I'm willing to teach others, you know, tap in with me, let's build together. And you're like, I don't know if I should pay that. I don't know. How much money are you missing out on by not doing it? Right? If your credit is bad and you don't want to pay for credit repair, but yet you're willing to pay thousands more on the car because you got a sucky credit score,
Paying somebody.
you're paying somebody, but you might as well do something that's going to benefit you now and in the future. So I want everybody to run off the businesses that they're in, what their main business is, their main topics that they teach, right? And any programs you have to offer. And then everybody can, know. First of all, anyone that doesn't know me on here is Business Builder Beez. That's BEEZ. Make sure you hit the BeezTalks mention thing at the top, drop it down, follow everybody on here. I teach entrepreneurs how to scale from 6 to 7 figures and beyond. The reason why is because I focus on process, systems, and people. Now, if you are in your 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that too, because you could take what you learned in your 9 to 5 and use it as an entrepreneur. I was an IT strategy management consultant, so I went into Fortune 500 companies and showed them how to scale their business and how to be more efficient and how to improve their processes and their teams and their systems. So why I wouldn't do that for myself? That's what I ended up doing in my businesses, right? I see some of my roundtable members on here. I have a company that helps. I started off in e-commerce. I have another company that helps e-commerce sellers to source and do everything in China, to ship, to source, to inspect everything. That's Seller Kai. I have my e-commerce store itself, which is I do private labeling on Amazon FBA. I have a marketing company, Domani Digital. I have my exotic cars with the warehouse. That's where the event's going to be this weekend, this Saturday. Go to my page and register so you can come to the free networking event. We're actually going to donate for our charity that's coming next week. Dominicus Motors, that's the auto rental, right, with the warehouse. I have a VA company, a staffing firm where we help other entrepreneurs to build their companies and hire people at lower cost so that they can scale. I have a healthcare company. I have a few different companies that I focus on as my different streams of revenue to build up my wealth. I also teach people how to do these things, what type of business models work, how to fund them, how to protect your wealth through trust, how to have an infinite bank set up your infinite bank on the outside of your business trust so that when money passes through that you circulate it twice to go into your family trust. What types of trust works? What are the provisions of trust? All of these things, it wasn't for y'all. It was for me. I just did it for me and my family. And then I said, damn, it's working. Might as well teach other people, right? So as a special surprise today, I just typed to my team and told them, for my mentorship, the BBI, I already see some of my BBI members on here. I'm going to give $1,000 off with the code word freedom. The code word freedom. Let me make sure that's what I typed to them. Freedom. Yes. The code word freedom. $1,000 off for 24 hours. No, we'll make it 48 hours. Because I understand some people is like, you're going to hesitate. But success loves opportunity, preparation, and speed. All right. So $1,000 off. Go to my page, Business Builder Beez. Click the link in the bio to join the Business Builders Institute. Use the code word freedom, and you get $1,000 off. I'll pass it on around the table. Let's go. Tell them what you do.
I would love to hear from you. Ladies first. Talk to us.
Thank you. So I am Sierra ESQ. If you guys don't know, I'm your favorite lawyer, Barbie. And I have my own law firm. And what I do is I connect you guys with lawyers in any state about any lawsuit. So a lot of people come to me like, oh, I have this lawsuit, and you guys don't know what lawyer to go to. So come to me with all your law needs, and I will make sure that I find you the best attorney. And you guys will also see me periodically announce lawsuits. So that Uber and Lyft case, the people, I put some money in some pockets, y'all. I'm not I got a 6-figure check, but that means I got to cut out of theirs. So I put money in a lot of people's pockets. When we're talking suing people, we're talking getting money. And then I actually just retired every single one of my courses, and you guys are getting the exclusive. I haven't even told, my whole Instagram this yet, but I've been like restructuring my mentorship group, and I wanted to bring more value to it. So I have several coaches who are going to be coming in there, and it's $30 a month. You guys will have a class every single day from a different coach, a different friend of mine. I've vetted people. I made sure that only the best of the best comes and speaks to my students. So it's $30 a month. I just relaunched it today. And before I got on Instagram, I wanted to talk to my current students and let them know, like, hey guys, we got some changes coming. So I wasn't okay with like publicly making that announcement until I told them. So I told them now, so you guys are here to hear it. The links in my bio is $30 a month. And, the reason that I price my products low is because only 5% of lawyers is Black. And I know that means that if I'm not teaching you guys are losing out on access to a lot of information. So I give you guys all type of knowledge. I'll be giving you law knowledge, business funding knowledge, marketing, branding. Every person who I've personally worked with and coached, they're making over 6 figures a month. And I'm bringing that value to my mentorship group for $30, especially with that branding and marketing contracts. I'm a proud partner of Rocket Lawyer. So if you guys are ever like wondering like what contracts are best for you, I'm going to spend a lot more time breaking down contracts in my mentorship group. And then you guys can get those templates. I now have one of my friends whom I love and trust. She's going to be teaching you guys options trading in my community. So if you guys make one trade with Hunter, you guys will make back that $30 that you guys pay for that mentorship group. So those are my 2 businesses now. I just started, and I take notes from people like Beez, from the Boat Goat, and now this new person, I forgot your name already, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's up there, Herman?
Herman, no, I didn't forget it. It's Herman. I was going to say Cayman, I don't know why. But Herman, I take advice from them. And, today when I spoke with Brickle, I'm about to start getting into real estate investing. I've always had a vision of being like a Monopoly player in real life. So, yeah, that's my businesses. 2 right now, but we're going to keep expanding, y'all.
That's what's up. Let's go. All right. You want Shad, hit it up, Shad.
All right. So I do a lot. I have about probably like 15 million in government contracting right now. I own a trucking company where we transport vehicles. But again, my main niche is teaching others how to make 6 or 7 figures in the boat rental industry. I do have a course for those who are just interested in the jet ski.
Wait, Shad, you went
somebody
mute.
Called him.
Oh, somebody called him.
Every time we get on live, somebody want to call us.
and then you can't hear him no more. I hate when that happens. Yeah, you got to come in.
My bad.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
So your girlfriend stop calling me.
They be hating on me, man. But anyway, so I teach others how to make 6 or 7 figures in the boat rental industry. I show you how you can take as little as $33,000 and go buy 6 brand new jet skis, rent them out for $150 an hour. Do that 8 times for 8 hours a day, make $7,200 in a day. I can show you how you can take a $5,000 boat and make over $20,000 there. I got so many tricks and trade up my sleeve. But again, I do have a course. And Beez, is only right. You took off $1,000 off of your course, so I'll follow suit. I'll take $1,000 off of my course as well tonight. If you would like to take advantage of that, just shoot me the word course in my DM, and I'll also follow suit with Beez. But I also have a mentorship where you get the course with that. You get a credit consultation with my in-house credit consultant, who was a top executive underwriter with Chase Bank. And as we know, Chase Bank is almost like one of the #1 banks out here today. So he has all the tricks and trade up his sleeve to show you how to, if you have bad credit, show you how to fix that credit. And if you already have good credit, how to go out and get that business funding. We do weekly calls at 8 p.m. on Mondays. But here's the thing with me, and I'm certain everyone else in here does the same thing, because we genuinely want to see people go to the next level, right? My calls are scheduled for an hour, but none of my calls have gone less than 3 hours. So I really pour that information into you. And then last but not least, I'm not a big advocate of the whole college world unless you're going into a specialty field, becoming an attorney, a doctor, or something in those aspects. So I want to change the scenario, guys. And Sierra, I think I told you about this, but starting in January, my team and I are working on an entrepreneur academy to where you can actually come to the academy, and every month you're going to learn in depth, not just an overview, but we're going to teach you 12 different businesses. So if you can't make 7 to 8 figures off of that, I don't know what to tell you, right? It is up there. It's a little pricey, but that $75,000 that you invest into that $75K you go to a traditional university, the amount of information that you're going to receive at the academy, you're not getting that at a university, right? Mm-hmm. Me personally, again, I have a master's in criminal justice. I do nothing.
Me too. Not master's, bachelor.
Right? So I gotta change the scenario. I gotta change it because I'm tired of seeing my people behind these desks and in these cubicles. I want to give them the information. So me personally, I'll be teaching you the government contract. I'm gonna have Jason come in. We're gonna be teaching you about the trucking, multiple because I do cars, but we also gonna have the freight side, the dispatcher side. There's so many avenues of making money in the trucking world. The home health care, I got my brother Goose that's gonna come in, teach that. It's just every month we're going in heavy on a different type of business. So if you're wise and you're smart, instead of you taking $200,000 to go to the college that's really not gonna give you the information, it behooves you to come and join my academy. It's only $75,000 for the first 10 people that get in. After that, it will be $100,000. But come and get the information. And last but not least, I'm not doing my own. I'll be with Beez on the 16th. So if you're in Miami, make sure that you come through on the 16th and get the information. I'm going to blow your mind. And by the time you get up out of it, I got people that's big because I'm on tour right now. I've had people who've gone to my previous 2 and 3 masterminds who are flying in to Miami just to get some more. So we go heavy. We don't hold back. We're giving you the information, ladies and gentlemen. But this is what you guys have to understand. You can't just get in a room and write these notes. You have to execute on the information. All right? Don't just get in a room. Get in a room, take your notes, and execute. And last but not least, I have a mastermind in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, December 31st through January the 3rd. I want to bring the new year in with those that I'm going to be making that bag with in 2022. So we're going to have a nice weekend. It's going to be very intimate. I got some heavy hitters that's coming through. We're renting out a mansion. You know, we got the indoor pools, jacuzzis, theater. It's going to be a crazy weekend. So if you're interested in that, you can just DM me. But that's it, man. That's all the kid got going on, man. I ain't doing nothing too fancy, man.
I might have to come to your thing. I might come to your thing for the New Year's.
You gotta pull up.
But real, that's my birthday celebration time too. So I might just do that for sure.
Your birthday then?
Mine's the 28th of December, but I celebrate on New Year's though, you know. And before Herman jump in, as Shad said, the event this weekend, it is a free event. We asked for a donation towards a charity event that's happening in November. It's at the warehouse where I have all the exotic cars and everything. Go to my page, Business Builder Beez, click the link in the bio, RSVP, and then we'll text out and email out the address and everything like the day before, right? It's this Saturday, October 16th, 3 p.m. Let's get it. Herman, talk to us, bro.
I should have went first. Gee. These black entrepreneurs is wilding right now. I love it. Again, guys, Herman Dawson, Mission CEO. I am the freedom builder and the option giver. My job is to make as many people free as possible or to give you options in order to get to your freedom. Everybody doesn't need to quit their job tomorrow, but I want you to have options to have multiple streams of income. My primary business is credit repair and helping small, brand new, or larger businesses get funding. But first, I got to fix your credit because that's my job. And we have a wonderful team. And Beez has helped automate our business so that we can help you get your credit together. And once we do that, we take you into the business funding part of it. We help set up your LLC properly because there's a proper way to set up your LLC so you can maximize how much funding that you can get. And I also have a mentorship program. My mentorship program for October is full. It's packed right now. Over 100 people are in there. I couldn't believe it that 100 people in that thing is really dumb. But in November, we're going to be doing like a boot camp for 1 week. You're going to have me on a call every single night, 7 to 10 p.m. We're going to jump on a call, and I'm going to teach you everything that I do. I think everybody on this call said the same thing. I don't hold anything back. What I do, I'm going to teach you how to do. Start your own 6-figure credit repair business. I'm going to teach you how to become the bank so you can also give business funding to your clients. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm not the guru in everything, right? So I get people to come on the call. We talk about trucking also. We talk about real estate also. We talk about investing in trust and investing in life insurance policies so you can 10, 20 extra money overnight. We teach you how to pay down your credit card debt without getting a second job. I can't wait to teach my mentees this month on how to do it. And it's going to be a week long next month. And that mentorship is only going to be $9.97. And then once you graduate, all of my mentees, once you graduate, we put you on our private Facebook group, and we meet once a month because there's always new information. There's always new game. So that money that you pay is a lifetime mentorship. So you can be in a group of like-minded entrepreneurs, and we get on the call once a month, and we rap and we build together. So link in the bio. I'm going to be in Atlanta this weekend talking at TED Talk. So if you guys are in Atlanta and you guys are not in that wonderful city of Miami this weekend, come out to Atlanta. I'm going to be down there. We're going to do a TED Talk. Link in my bio for that. Link in my bio for everything you guys need. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And Beez, thank you for being on your platform as always. I'm super humbled by it. Thank you.
Hey,
you're having like a real TED Talk, like the red with the black?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where is it?
In Atlanta. They called me. I was my publicist. Shout out to the Q Connect. She's like, "You want to do TED Talk?" I was like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's crazy. So I'm very excited to be there in Atlanta. Buckhead.
Wait, is it Saturday or Sunday?
It's Sunday. I'm sorry. It's this Sunday.
Yeah.
So anybody who's not going to be in Miami
I'm going to be in Atlanta on Sunday.
There we go.
Live. I told Beez I got to speak early because I'm leaving and going to Atlanta. I'm going to Lou Will. He having a costume party, and I said I need to have fun. So
there you go.
I mean, not that this isn't fun, y'all.
No, of course, but you know, we networking.
Working for me, y'all.
We're doing it for the people. We're doing it for the people, but we got to also go relax and have our fun as well. Again, shout out to everybody. I'm sorry I ain't call everybody's name out before, but shout out to everyone that bought a badge. Renew My Locks. T_D3000. Niche, my guy, he's on the round table as well in the Business Builders Institute. Prax Hill, Juanita Sells Real Estate, K Tonio 26, Connie Falls, Connie, much love, Frank Atlanta Enterprises, Ooh Nah Nah, Neves Marketing, everybody that bought badges, thank you so much. All badges go towards our November to Remember charity event. The event this Saturday is free. We ask for a donation. It could be toy, it could be money, and it'll go towards the event in November. And we're going to buy out a whole Super Walmart or Super Target. We're still working out some of the kinks in order to get all these gifts that we're going to give to this charity called Kids in Distress, where they have kids on site that we can help and that we can put smiles on their faces for the holidays. Thank you again. Strive for it 247. I appreciate all of y'all. Everybody on here, Herman, Shad, Sierra. There were so many other people I wanted to bring in at the same time, but we was just killing it, and the information was just so amazing. This was a great motivational Monday, and it's actually inspired me that I need to come on more. I do so many things that it's like, it'll be hard for me to come on live regularly, but you know what I'm saying? But I schedule at least a Monday, but I'm going to try and hit a Wednesday as well or something like that. So going forward, look out for it. Every one of you, I appreciate y'all coming on and dropping your gems, dropping your info, dropping that insight and that motivation that we all need to share. And we doing big things.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Can't wait to see all of y'all.
They will come to me for answers, but look at here, I call Beez for answers. Okay? So he's the mentor's mentor.
Oh
right?
man, thank you, sir.
That man worked at Microsoft. That means that brain is strong. So y'all go follow him.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Can we extend that time on Saturday?
Hell yeah, we can.
I'm on tour with my brother Kimoy and Tristan. So Kimoy does Airbnb and Tristan does Toro. So if you don't mind me bringing them along, they can bring the people that heat. So I'll send you the info. Can you just send me the link so I can take my event right down and try to merge it with yours?
Okay, perfect. I'll send you I'll text you right after this. I'll send you well, give me a second. I gotta get the kids in bed and stuff, but I'll text you right after that. And give you all the info and everything, bro.
Hey, bro, get me on, man. Everyone have a blessed night.
Blessings, peace and love, everybody. Have a great week. Let's go. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Cool.